Hello everybody and welcome to my channel Brain Seeds, where I put just a little thought in your head and give it the power to grow. Now, today's episode we're going to be talking about 3 easy things that you can do to improve your creativity long term. So stay right there. So, are you like myself, always trying to find an edge to build up your creativity and just get your ideas flowing somehow? Searching over here, over there for different inspirations and things like that? Well, did you know that the mind actually can grow and develop just like a muscle? But better, because it creates the world around you and your perception of reality. So it's very important that you find things like this that help you out to get your creativity really blossoming. The first tip that you really need to utilize in your life is practice, repetition. When you do things over and over, of course it's gonna get better. There's no way around it. So what you gotta do is every day do something that pushes your creativity. Think of random sentences to say. Just make up little half stories, random paragraphs, random doodles. Something that is going to give your creativity a continuous practice. Did I say that right? Does that make sense? I don't know if that makes sense. Second tip that I really think is helpful is using your sleep. I mentioned it in my last video that I actually came up with 4 or 5 ideas for books while I was dreaming. The trick is, as soon as you wake up, you gotta write that stuff down because you will forget very quickly. So what you gotta do before you forget, because don't forget, is just write it down. Do something that's gonna help you get it to stay in your mind, and the best thing for that is writing it down. Now, Thomas Edison used a trick that allowed him to basically control the creative moment in his sleep. That moment right when you're half asleep, half awake, and you can actually control your thoughts still, the direction of the dream. So what he would do is sit down in his chair, probably a leather-bound chair. This was a long time ago. They really believed in comfort back then. But that is besides the point. So what is the point, Dave? I'll tell you, just give me a minute. So anyways, the point of the story is he would hold on to a metal ball and he would work and operate in this dream world right on the edge of deep sleep. So once he actually went into full sleep, he would drop the ball and it would clank against the floor and wake him up in a hurry. And then he would write down what he, came up with during that little creative exercise of his. So if you want to, copy one of the most influential people in the world, Tesla's better, but if you want to copy his routine, feel free. It's pretty creative. Huh? The third thing that you want to do is constantly exercise your brain. Get it used to being creative. Find different games and challenges. Tip number 1 is a little bit like this, but this kind of varies because this is more utilizing games like Scrabble and crosswords and different things that just really help to exercise your mind. Because what you want to do is you want to go out there and exercise your mind and get all the little fireflies going on in there. They're bouncing around in your skull. They are. But my point being is find, what's that game? Sudoku, Sudoku, something like that. Games like that, just any games. And another thing that you can do is find brain games on the App Store and put those on your phone and use those bad boys a couple times a day. Get those fireflies bouncing around in your head. You're gonna love it. Come up with your own creative challenges. Make up your own games. That's like taking this exercise to another level because you know, you're coming up with a creative idea to give you creative ideas. I mean, that's like creative squared or something. Ask yourself to come up with 5 ideas a day. Either if you do YouTube, come up with 5 YouTube ideas a day for episodes. If you want to do some sketches, what do you want to sketch? Think of 5 different things. Think of 5 different ideas for poems or just whatever. Be creative, man. That's what this channel's all about. That is what this channel is all about. Here's a bonus. It's not a tip, but it's a little bit of insight. Keep in mind that there was a study done and only 30% of your creativity stems from your genetics. Everything else is up to you. So you're talking 70% of potential here all stems from your willingness to be creative and your consistency in exercising your brain and just striving forward. There. So most of it really is up to you. It all comes from your desire to be creative and your determination to be creative and your ability and focus to just put in the work, put in the practice, develop the brain, and that creativity will flow after that. You may have noticed that I have a different background today. This is actually my office / studio / everything. This is my creative room. And what you see behind you, wait, no, not behind you, behind me, because of the camera dimension and the, yeah. So what you see behind me is some of my paintings. I have more on these other walls, but you know, these are some. I'm kind of a comic book fan, a fan of sci-fi, so you can see like a little bit of theme going on here. But yeah, so that's just to give you an idea of, you know, my background with painting and sketching and writing children's books and things like that. Because I know you don't want to follow somebody who doesn't have a creative background and doesn't have anything that can add value. And I think I'm a pretty creative person, so I believe in myself and I believe in you, so I believe I can create a little seed in your brain that gives you the confidence to produce things like this and different types of projects and just develop your mind. So that's what this channel is all about. So that's just a little quick insight there on what I'm all about. She is from the North Pole. It's very cold up there. See the snow? I mean, I got these in the studio. Just pan around here. I got my lighting equipment. Got the sound deadening. Got a flash hiding behind the lighting equipment. Got some lady face there. Got my doggy up there. Anyway, yeah, that's just a quick look around the studio, you know. So try to do those 3 things daily and see what type of results you can get, you know. If you did that for 30 days, because it takes at least a minimum of 21 days to change your neural pathways, 28 to 30 to be really, you know, confident with that. Give it a month of doing this straight, make it the habits in your life, and you'll see change in a positive direction. So just give it a chance. Okay, so if you like this episode and you want to see more great content like it, consider subscribing to my channel. That would just mean the world to me, and I will continue to develop good episodes with awesome content coming up. I got a lot of stuff planned that you should enjoy. So, you know, join the family, join the Brain Seeds family. Jump on the family train of Brain Seeds, the Brain Seeds train choo-choo. I will see you next time. Okay, so consider hitting that